Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Play an EIKWM France Deck G45 game with Field Watchman, Ikory, and Scholar. Gonna need to play a little quick today. Hopefully Scholar is still around, hasn't sat in the game yet. We're just under, I think Field Watchman and I are under some time constraints, so might do a little more explaining my move post-action rather than pre-action, just to make sure we keep the game going at a good rate. First pick here, I think is probably Hill Farmer. Not too pleased about any of these. Hill Farmer is a fairly solid way to get food. Fencer's okay, but I would never first pick it here. I would probably take Pasteurization Expert if I wasn't taking Hill Farmer, and then maybe Diplomat. It's probably between those three. We can start with a Hill Farmer. Hill Farmer enables some nice cards like Grotto and stuff along those lines. Makes Grocer even better than it already is, that kind of thing. Alright, and Scholar is not seated. That's not a good sign. Like, sometimes you get games that can be done in under like a minute 20, an hour 20. Sometimes you have even an hour 10 long games. Yeah, Scholar can play quick. This is almost the quickest player in this game. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not going to have too long that I can wait. Like a minute or two. If it's any longer than a minute or two, I think I'm not going to have time to complete the game, because I got stuff I have to do later. Unfortunately, I didn't wake up early enough to get in a game around noon. My phone decided to update itself, and then my alarm never went off, and slept way too long. But if this game doesn't go off, I'll say it'd be a good day to put up my J4 card analysis. Alright, beautiful. Scholar's here. Okay, so after our first pick, Hill Farmer, we see Racing Stable Manager, which is not good with Hill Farmer. Livestock Expert is fine. Gardener is fine. Well, these cards are pretty weak. I think we probably just take Reed Collector here. Not too interested in any of these cards. Livestock Expert's fine. Gardener's fine. Gardener's good if we get some vegetable combo, but I think Reed Collector is more reliable. Well, Stable Deliveryman plus Racing Stable Manager is a combo, that's for sure. Also got Engineer, Dove Hunter. This is a good pack. This is a really good pack. Well, I think I take Engineer. Engineer is quite a solid card. So I got two occupations that give food now. And then Reed Collector gets me Reed, so I'm hoping to maybe build a bunch of rooms. Although Hill Farmer doesn't build a ton of rooms that well. I mean, maybe I don't play Hill Farmer. Engineer plus Reed Collector might be stronger than playing a, 3 or 4 field Hill Farmer. Master Fencer works with Hill Farmer pretty well, but this is the only Stonehouse occupation I've seen, and I'm not going to rush to a Stonehouse just for Master Fencer plus Hill Farmer. Not when there's other cards that I've seen. Could take Tile Maker here. I could take Clay Plasterer. Tile Maker supports Engineer. Clay Plasterer supports the Reed Collector play. I think we'll take Clay Plasterer here. Build some clay rooms. And this pick, Traveling Salesman is kind of okay with Engineer, although I don't love it. Fencer is a solid way to get wood. Traveling Salesman or Fencer. What miners am I going to have to get to make me want to play Traveling Salesman? The thing is, I don't have any stone income, so I don't think Traveling Salesman is good here. I think we'll just take Fencer. Not too excited about any of these. Yeah, really not too excited about any of them. Storyteller gets me early vegetable, if that's relevant. Sun Farmer kind of goes nicely with the Dove Hunter. Don't think I'm likely to play any of these cards. We'll take Sun Farmer, just because it kind of denies. If Field Watchman took Dove Hunter, Sun Farmer would be a pretty reasonable play. So denying that seems okay. Yes, this is kind of a weird mix of cards. This is going to be a game where our minor improvements hopefully give us some direction, because we have some okay cards, but nothing that works together super well. This pick... Oh, I can probably take Outrider. Don't really have what I would want for a Bone Collector game. Outrider plus Hill Farmer is sort of a thing. Okay. Well, Large Sun Hat and Hill Farmer is not bad. Not bad at all. Coffee Break's probably pretty good. We've also got Village School. Almshouse. There are actually like 5 quite good minor improvements here. Village School, Coffee Break, Large Sun Hat, Almshouse, Grain Cart. All of those are good cards. I play Large Sun Hat pretty easily with Reed Collector, which is nice. I kind of would like to play Village School early. But I think we're going to take Large Sun Hat here. This goes quite nicely with Hill Farmer and Reed Collector, so hopefully can get those 2 occupations out. We'll see what comes back. I'm guaranteed to get a good minor improvement back out of that pile. Maybe Grain Cart. Maybe Village School. Village School is pretty underrated, and Engineer plays the Village School particularly nicely. Well, here's a couple of cards for our Stonehouse Reno strategy. Not Slapdash Reno, Powder Keg. I think we probably take Lumber here. Don't really need Slapdash Reno. Lumber is fairly solid with Engineer in hand. 2 food and 3 wood is a good action. Especially if you can toss a card to play it for free. Really looking for lots of stone miners with engineer. This pick, probably nail basket. Although I think there's an argument for stone exchange, although it might come back. Field is reasonable. Guest is probably the 4th pick here, maybe the 5th with upholstery. Nail basket's pretty solid. With Reed Collector too, I have lots of good ways to use Reed. Like, I'm happy to take Reed Stone Food early, even with Reed Collector. Clockwork Man, 0.2 food. Could play a free gold mine, although I don't love this card. I'm kind of annoyed whenever it goes into the game. Stone Axe. Yeah, I think Clockwork Man is good. Let's see what we get back. And we got Village School back and Coffee Break. Pretty surprised to see Coffee Break come back here. I think we take Village School because we're not that happy with most of our occupations. But Coffee Break I like as well. And it also works nicely when you're not that happy with your occupations. But Village School triggers our engineer, so for me that's what puts it over the top. I'm not that happy with any of these cards. I think I take Village Well here just because in the off chance that I'm able to build the well, then Village Well is a pretty solid play. Don't want Clapper, don't want Powder Keg, don't want free range chickens. Guess I could Powder Keg just to block if there is a early Stone Reno strategy sitting after me in Field Watchman. But you know what? If Field Watchman wants to go up to a stone house and I want to build a big house, then he's not competing with me for family growth. So okay, so we've got upholstery here, which we get a bunch of extra reed with our reed collector. We've got stone exchange, which feeds our, it helps us build our stone miner improvements with engineer. Think if I'm going to go for a big house with clay plasterer, which I'm not totally set on, but if I am going to do that, stone exchange might be a pretty good start player action late in the game, or family growth action round 12 or whatever to get some extra stone. Alright, let's get started. So, I want to play large sun hat. So I'm going to start out with reed collector. Gets me the reed for large sun hat. I could reed stone food, but I don't really need reed stone food until later in the game, because I'm probably not getting engineer out second. The question is, am I going to play hill farmer? I think I probably will. Hill farmer is going to end up being a couple food. That's going to be worth playing. Cabbage lover. Alright. Well, that would have been pretty good with gardener and all that stuff. Don't need 2 clay here. I think we're going to start with 2 wood. Start taking wood with our reed collector. We really just want to build the first room and go for an early family growth. Field Watchman start player salary. Might have taken gold mine. So might be setting up a bit of a day labor combo. I don't think I passed anything else though. So what I want next round is occupation hill farmer and then start player large sun hat. The question is, do I first action large sun hat in round 3? Or do I risk playing, I could play engineer first in round, I could play engineer round 2 and then hope that I can play hill farmer first in round 3 and then plow a field and jump. The question is somebody else going to block my plow if I don't do it, take it with my first move? Definitely possible that someone would do that. We'll have to see what the options are going to be available. Like if there's 6 wood available, or no, there won't be. Yeah, there might. Well, no, someone will take 4 wood next, or 4 clay next round. Not 6 wood, 4 clay. 6 clay. I was thinking of. All right, Field Watchman. You said you were on a time constraint and not moving. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Oh, I should change the title of the stream. Scholar might like plowing early. Because the fact that he's got a grain and a vegetable on his farm already. Scholar plays occupation gardener. Alright, so I think we are going to second action large sun hat into hill farmer into plow. We'll risk that. Are we going to? Let's see what Scholar does here. See if we can try to guess. Looks like they want to get their gardener going. Their plowing going early. Like if they plow a field with this move, then I definitely have to first action. And if I have to first action do it, then I lose some of the efficiency because of course then hill farmer is not getting played. Oh well, I think this is still probably fine. Start player large sun hat. So I'm a little light on food, so if I am going to play another improvement, I need I mean engineer certainly goes a long way helping that. But I definitely like the 3 food actions. I also like occupation, of course. Although I like occupation a little more than my opponents. There's also 3 wood available, so I want to keep an eye out to see if I can potentially get 6 wood. Although I'm already the start player, so I wouldn't not need to start player to get 6 wood. Scholar playing an occupation pasteurization expert. Okay. think we'll probably just fish. Fish to get through this harvest. Also, sheep come in round 4, so that's good to be aware of. So my engineer should be quite strong. Ikory playing stone carver. Alright. So there's something that triggers his where's salesman. And then I probably just take 3 wood. And then first action, build a room next round. Lettuce patch here for scholar. Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice. So 2 vegetable that go onto the lettuce patch, never come off, and provide 4 food each harvest. Yeah, lettuce patch is a great card. The fact that it provides the feeding itself is really very nice. Go ahead and build a room. And then second action, occupation engineer. And then we're set up pretty nicely to sit on start player in stage 2. We've got stone exchange. We've got village school. We're pretty happy no matter what comes out. Also, this game has been quite quick, which is good. It's what I needed. And I think Field Watchman needed it as well. So I just need a lot of stone in this game. I'm going to try to take as much stone as I can. So Scholar's going to sow his vegetable, of course. I'm going to occupation engineer, I think. Ikory is going to trigger his boatswain. Bosun, maybe? Bosun. There is 3 wood, so Field Watchman could potentially start player to go for 6 wood. But I think me getting my engineer out is quite important here. Yeah, look at Field Watchman. Really nice resources already. So could build the well, for example. Yeah, you take Gardener like with the explicit hope that you're going to see a card like Lettuce Patch, and then you have Cabbage Lover in hand, which lets you get the vegetable early. This is quite nice. Scholar's setup is feeding quite well for, a little while. Certainly 4 food is not enough on its own, but it's enough if you pick up like 3 or 4 food with one other action in stage 2. If you pick up 4 food in round 7, then you're probably good for the next 2 harvests at least. So depending on how many occupations you want to play. Ikory going to start player Canoe to grab 6 wood. Alright. And Renault's what comes in. Comes out here. So my move, maybe 4 wood, maybe Reedstone food. Four wood's gone. Okay, I could take 5 clay. 5 clay is enough for my stone exchange. I could also read stone food, but 5 clay is a pretty solid action, so we'll 5 clay here. I didn't pass keys, so I'm not too worried about Field Watchman start playing here. Like if he does start player, it's pretty... it would be a contentious move. I think it's probably clear he should build a room. Yep. So that I can play Stone Exchange paying 2 clay instead of 2 wood. I like that. 2 clay to 2 wood, 2 clay to 2 stone is a much better conversion than 2 wood to 2 stone. Especially when my hand is full of stone miners that I want to get out. So 2 clay to 2 stone. F engineer. Looking good. So yeah, I mean, I'm sad if Family Growth is round 7, but I have a pretty solid Family Growth is round 7 miner lineup with engineer in hand. Also, there's 5 food available on traveling players, which is kind of ridiculous. Ooh, Field Watchman gonna play Slapdash Reno. I assume this is on Reno itself. And then gonna jump to Fireplace. Interesting. Very interesting. And there's Family Growth. Beautiful. Alright, we'll go ahead and play Village School here, I believe. Get 2 food. And now all of our occupations that we're not sold on playing give us a resource. And our village well, if we don't end up playing, it gives us a resource. Field Watchman start player Powder Keg. Okay, so I'm guessing, did he first pick a Stonehouse card? Did he first pick something like Silo Girl, or first pick something like Mason's Apprentice? I didn't other than Master Fencer, though, I did not pass any Stonehouse Reno cards. So the Ware Salesman so far has paid out 3 reed and a stone, which is actually quite solid. We'll go ahead and use our large sun hat. I think building a room there is a bit of a mistake by Scholar. Now they're forced to take wood with their second move, because if they don't take wood, they can't stable block. Use Racing Stable Manager. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So might still have Stable Overseer for 3 stables, and then build 1 manually. Maybe also has a 4 occupation requirement miner. A couple things that could be going on here. I was going to read Stone Food so I could build the well, but it doesn't look like I need to do that. I could take 2 reeds so I could build a room. I think I should just take 3 wood. Don't really want to pass 6 wood to ikory. Yeah. So if I play two miners this round, that's how I can feed myself. Alternatively, I can read stone food and build a major improvement like the well. I should probably try to build the well. I do have village well in hand, so it's a solid card for me. If I could do like 6 wood, reed stone food, reno well, I could do that, and then I could build my subsequent rooms would be clay rooms instead of wood rooms, which is probably a good idea. Although if I first action 6 clay, I'm probably not getting reedstone food back. Reedstone food will get taken by field watchman or someone like that. Field watchman playing. Minor improvement field. So this is where I think Scholars misplayed a bit because they're not able to block the build room space, but hey, it doesn't matter because ikory is going for setting up his bossen. So interesting. For going on taking family growth for a little while. So there is 3 reed available. 3 reed is pretty appealing. I do need to feed though, so reedstone food it is. And then if I get 6 clay back, I'm happy. If I don't get 6 clay back, maybe I get 3 reed back. 3 reed would be fine. Ikory probably takes 6 clay here though. He's able to take good resource actions. Although there is 3 wood. Oh, start player barn here. Okay, so even better than stable deliveryman or stable deliveryman, yeah. Barn, very nice card. Very nice setup. And racing stable manager of course feeds it. So scholar probably 6 clay, yeah. So then I can take 3 wood and then build the well. I probably shouldn't reno well. If I'm not gonna, I didn't get clay there, so yeah, not reno well, just regular well. Plus FF engineer, and I'll toss I don't know, sun farmer. Yeah, I don't need sun farmer. Whoops. And then feed 6. I guess I could toss hill farmer. Ooh, highlighted message, Maruska. Welcome. So I should plan to build in round 9 so that I can family growth in round 10. So I could take 4 reed here. 4 reed is a kind of overkill, but it does feed my nail basket. A room, 2 renos, and nail basket. So yeah, that's all the reed I need for the rest of the game. Problem is, I like stone as well. So I would like to go on the reedstone food space, but doesn't seem like I'll need to. Oh, here's spare fence posts for Scholar. Good to be aware of. So there's more wood in the game. Quite a bit more wood in the game, actually. Just have to pay him food. So Field Watchman is going to get to his stone house with powder keg. Maybe build the pottery. Should I build 2 rooms? I could start player lumber and build 2 rooms. I like start player lumber anyways because of the 3 wood available and the fact that Field Watchman is going to go to a stone house. So I assume Field Watchman's 2 actions are occupation and stone house, like stone house occupation and reno. Okay, ikory took the wood. That's fine. So we could 3 wood and then lumber. Oh, 3 wood is gone. Okay, well I like start player lumber here either way. And then I could take what would my other action be? 2 stone and then build the pottery. I could do that. Take 2 stone. I like stone improvements. 2 stone is not a great move, but it's a fine move. Field Watchman plowing, interesting. Whoops. Okay, no one could build a room with their first move, so build a room is safe. Now I do need to pick up 2 food, so I usually probably want to do that by playing an improvement. So I'd like to build the pottery. So, but there's also 4 wood available. So the question is, I could 4 reed and then build a room and then reno pottery, or 4 clay, build a room, reno pottery, or I could just major minor pottery with this move. I think this game is actually fairly food tight, so I like the idea of building the pottery with my first move here. It's a little wasteful, but I think it's going to be okay in the long run. And we'll toss Outrider here. Field Watchman takes the wood, of course. Yeah, I think I can build 2 rooms here. With spare fence posts, I think I can make 2 rooms work. I probably should play Fencer. Oh, too late. Damn, wow, Scholar first action fenced. That's not what I expected to happen. So he's going to take sheep. So what should I do here? I could take clay. Although the clay is not super in demand. I think I can get a better clay action next round. I don't need to build a room here. I can see what Ikory does before I decide on building a room myself. I think I'm going to build 2 rooms, so then I like Reedstone Food a bit better than I was saying I do. I can Reedstone Food 1 more time because I want to pay for Nail Basket, 2 renos, and 4 rooms, so I need 7 wood, 7 reed altogether. Looks like Field Watchman is trying to get stuff sown. Ikory should family growth here. So if I'm going to first action build next round, then I can take clay with this move. Yeah, Coffee Break's pretty nice. I like this card. And then I'll feed for clay. So maybe Field Watchman was just planning to get to Stonehouse anyways, so figures Slapdash and Powder Keg is worth playing on its own. The problem is he's running out of Stone Majors to play. Maybe he's thinking about Stone Oven, I guess. That's why he went for the sowed grain here. So he's gonna reno Stone Oven to feed in the round 11 harvest. Sure. Scholar's in a nice spot, can grab 2 boar next round, but we might see Ikory go for those boar. Got 2 stables there, so. Oh, Dove Hunter, really nice. Yeah, I like Dove Hunter here. Like it quite a bit. We'll build 2 rooms. Toss Fencer, I think, to save a wood. Sure, toss Fencer to save a wood. Yeah, there's lots of stone in the game, so. Yep, Scholar's got really nice efficient feeding. Dove Hunter plus Lettuce Patch, that's going to go a long way. And then immediately after I toss my Fencer, Field Watchman builds 4 fences. So maybe Fencer would have been good since everyone's going to need multiple fence actions. Kind of weird. So Clay Plasterer is as good as a 4 clay action for me. But if I don't play it, it's a 4 clay action that I have to pay 1 food for. And if I don't use it, if I don't play it, I can use it for like a stone or a wood, which is probably, so it's probably better for me not to play Clay Plaster and just throw it away. Oh man, I'm going to be Field Watchman's best friend when I return the well. He really wants me to return the well. Take wood here. We want to take wood as aggressively as we can for the rest of the game. Although we might see him reno Stone Oven. But yeah, he's going to be pretty happy when I return the well. And I think I return it here because I think getting the food out before the end of round 13 is relevant. Although I could play Clockwork Man here. Clockwork Man is 2 food immediately. Village Well is 2 food immediately as well, though, so I think it's probably worth just playing Village Well. Although I could play Nail Basket. Nail Basket and start getting my fencing done. I'm pretty surprised that Scholar didn't take the 2 boar and instead decided to go for the field here. Kind of odd. And Field Watchman is also shunning the 2 boar, instead going to play Cowherd. Interesting. Okay, so if I play Village Well here, it gets me 2 food before this next harvest. I pick up 1 food. I'll be at 7, and then a 2 food miner in round 11 feeds me 9. Okay. Yeah, I think we need the food. Whoa. Field Watchman shunning the well. I guess he figures he's got it locked up anyways. Well, I'll rebuild the well. If no one else is going to build it, I'll first action build the well next round. Absolutely. Because building the well is almost as good as me renovating to a stone house. And it's way cheaper. Oh, this is a nice combo. Edible roots plus bosun. Good combo. Might first action build to force me not to rebuy the well. And then Scholar did manage to get the 2 boar, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy that that's how it worked out. And then he took 2 wood. 2 wood was his best move. That kind of stinks. And Ikory gonna first action take 3 stone. Well, I'll build the well. I guess he's maybe thinking about stone oven himself. This is kind of greedy, building the well here, but I think it's okay. I mean, it's so much food for me. And I'll toss clay plaster to save a stone. Oh, here's why. Alright, this is why he went all in on that play. Ox Team. I don't think I passed that. I think it was his first pick. Well, Ox Team's certainly a solid minor improvement. And Ikory's got Broom. Yeah, Broom's a good one. Minor improvement, beehive. Yeah, that's a good one. Very good. Played it on Reno. Yeah, it kind of screws over Field Watchman's slapdash powder keg. But Field Watchman really should have built the well last round, I think. I get that Ox Team was really good for him, but the thing is, if he plays Ox Team in round 12, it's only one less field, and he's now thrown away the 3 stone from powder keg. Plus, you get the action back because of slapdash. So I don't really get what Field Watchman was doing. We'll take the 3 wood here. We need lots of good wood actions. So then we'll play Nail Basket on Family Growth. And then we have Clockwork Man for a start player action. So we'll probably take Clay with the next move, assuming it comes back. But I'm pretty sure it will. I should have maybe played Fencer. Kind of regretting it now. I maybe didn't need to take the clay there. If nobody else wants the clay, I could have been more patient. However, there is clay oven, stone oven, and both cooking hearths available. So I have a feeling that someone would have gone for it, but maybe not. And feed 7 clay. Looking good. Certainly we need a bunch more wood. But I mean, we've got the village well and the pottery, so our points from our improvements are quite nice. There's no global 4 wood occupation that we're losing out on. We have 2 fields already. So like 2 more fields and then fencing 12 or 13. Looks like a pretty solid farm. Field Watchman doesn't really want to plow much anymore. Ikory doesn't want to plow anymore. Scholar only wants to plow twice more at most. So Field Watchman might plow once more just to fill up his farm, but he doesn't need to plow especially a lot. Alright, and pretty nice, we pick up 3 food and 2 food, so we're at 10 food already for the next harvest without any engineer procs. So now all we really need to think about is round 14, and if we proc, so if we're going to be at 10 food, any engineer procs goes to the future, so Clockwork Man plus 1 food plus clay, that's 5 food already, so all we need is another 5 food. So maybe we build the joinery or build a clay oven, or more likely we do something like traveling players. But yeah, we don't really need a fireplace or a cooking hearth if we only need 4 or 5 more food. We can just pick up, better to keep the clay for the pottery points and to pick up raw food on the board. And my opponents all have pretty solid feeding plans, so it doesn't look like I particularly need it myself. I'll first action 3 wood here. I don't think plow one field is going to be all that contested, so I think taking the wood is good. Hi Rylocren. Late indeed. I've got, I played the well twice and I played village well once. I have engineer plus village school, so I've gotten a lot of really good value out of building the well cheaper. My remaining card is Clockwork Man. I have Nail Basket in play to fence pretty easily. So I like taking, you know what, I even like taking 2 stone and 1 wood, because then I leave that 1 stone behind, and next round it's 1 wood, 1 stone again, which I'm the only player in the game who will really want that action. So, kind of like that idea. So I'll plow probably with my next action. Or maybe traveling players. Hard to say. It would be nice to get my fencing done so I can start taking these pairs of animals. That's certainly appealing to me. We also, what do we think Scholar is going to do next round? Is Scholar going to plow sow? If Scholar's going to family growth, we should set up to plow sow, which means we should be taking vegetable, take grain. I guess it depends on if Scholar is going sows this round or next round. We can kind of guess based on that. Seems pretty unlikely we're going to hit a stone house, but I'm not too worried about that. We've got the well and the village well, so, and we have a ton of points from that. Like, we got really good points out of stone, so if I can get a pretty farm, my 5-room house, plus all those points, it's going to be pretty strong. Okay, Scholar is not going to plow sow. So I should take vegetable, take grain. Take vegetable, take grain, and then maybe 2 stone in the wood to fence. Or maybe 2 stone and traveling players. Oh, there's also, I forgot about spare fence posts. Okay, so I need an extra 3 food from what I said I needed. So I said I needed 5 food, right? So I actually need 8. So traveling players is getting looking better in that case. Traveling players plus, I don't know, maybe building the clay oven or something, or eating 2 raw grain. So yeah, this is the rare village well game where you throw away 5 occupations. I find normally I throw a mix. I mean, you throw away your bad cards, right? But in this particular game, I had village well, I had engineer, so I wanted to play as many of my miners as I could. You know, obviously I family growthed up to 5 pretty quickly. What's Scholar doing here? I thought so for sure to set up a family growth next round. Yep. Yep, looks like I was right. So take grain for sure. So I'm ready to plow sow next round. And then I think I take traveling players. And then I'll take 2 stone. Yep, 2 stone is a fence action plus clockwork man. So not the greatest plow sow ever, but it's a pretty respectable one. So my second action, I think I will use my nail basket. This is probably start player for Ikory. Start player liquid manure, sure. So there are 3 renovations left in the game, assuming Scholar does not reno this round and then take stone with their second move. But even if they do, they don't have reeds, so Scholar gonna play Ninja. Alright, good card. Nice card. So I think we'll go ahead and play our spare fence posts, or play our and then do I pay for the spare fence posts? Sure. Fence like that. Fence 15. And then next round I can do 2 stone, 2 wood, 1 stone, and then build the joinery. That's an option. Especially if Reno's going to come back. Man, I would love to get 2 cattle here. Pretty sure Scholar will take the 2 cattle. Maybe even Ikory. Yeah, so I like plow, I like 2 cattle. We might see Scholar Reno with this move. But if Scholar Renos, then I get 2 cattle, which would be great. Looks like Ikory's choosing between cattle and fencing. Decides defense. Beautiful. Pretty sure Scholar takes the sheep, or takes the cattle. So then I can plow or take sheep. or maybe Reno. You know what? I'm not going to Reno because I want Ikory's last action. I want him to be uncertain whether or not I'm going to pressure the Reno space or not. Now, obviously, he knows that it's very important for me to hit Reno because I have a 5-room house. So obviously, there's huge value in me getting to the Reno space, but I don't need to take it here because I don't need to reveal that I'm going to do it with this move. And then also, if Ikory does Reno here, then joinery is starting to look like a much better option. Ikory playing star classification meal. Yeah, this is probably on. This is definitely on Reno. So that means I get Reno guaranteed in the last round, which is good. I'm happy about that. So we'll take a sheep. And then last move here. I kind of like sowing with my first move. I could sow or I could take boar with my first move. Those are kind of my two options. Sowing is 2 points. Taking 2 boar is 3 points. But if I take the boar here, then it's only 2 points, of course. I think I can take the boar here. 8 food clay. Yeah, Scholar's got a nice farm. 5 family members, good points. The only thing he's lacking on is improvement points, but very nice farm. Couple bonus points from Cabbage Lover. Ikory's obviously got a great farm. Nice points, fenced stables. Not as many pastures as me, but has a couple more improvement points. Now, Ikory's far behind on family members. That's where Ikory's really lacking. And then Field Watchman. Field Watchman kind of similar spot to Ikory, where going to end up with like fairly nice farms, like good crop scores, but just missing out on the improvement points. So I'm pretty sure I'm in the lead here. So I could take a cattle here for constable protection. Ikory likes the cattle. Nobody else likes the cattle though. Ikory's the only player who really wants it. I could sow bake, but again, nobody really wants sow bake here. So yeah, I'll take the cattle. We'll gamble that nobody else is going to sow bake. Who's he speaking to? Speaking to Scholar? So if I want to get on a Reno action, I guess it's some extra points to get on Reno improvement instead of Reno fence. So I have a bonus point from Nail Basket. So yeah, I like So now because it's still, I don't need to eat a clay anymore. So and then clay are both 2-point actions, and then my final move, taking a boar is a point, taking a vegetable would be a point. I have a couple 1-point moves generally. My hand is totally empty. That's because I've thrown away 5 occupations. Yeah, Village School is awesome. Engineer obviously is also really strong. Engineer, Reed Collector. I had a very strong Nur FG game. Reed Collector, Engineer, and Village School are 3 of the best cards possible for that setup. Hickory took a vegetable. Alright. This means So came back for 2 points. Hickory ends with 43. Yeah, they tried Ware Salesman, but I don't think it's a great card. I mean, it got them food early, which was nice. The barn combo was nice. Broom was actually pretty nice to them. Got a couple points off of Broom. Field Watchman hits 39. That's pretty low. Must have hated his occupations with Cowherd. Cowherd is his only played Ock. I don't really understand why he didn't build the well. Like, I even said you're welcome. Like, I was sure that he was gonna. Anyways, I better take SP since those 2 were both gone. What was I gonna do? What were my 2-point moves? One was clay. Oh, the other was boar. Or boar was only 1 point. And vegetables gone 2, and sheep is not worth a point. So it looks like I'm running out of. Looks like I have no points with my final move. Yeah, no point final move. No way to get clay. Grain is not worth a point because I end up having to eat something else. No improvements to play. Nothing free. Feed 10. So I have whatever I score plus 1. 51. Scholar. It's going to be close. Scholar's got a couple bonus points from Cabbage Lover and Breeding. So 51 final here. Looks like I just won by 2 points. 51, 39, 43, 49. GG. Yep. Well, sometimes you get to rebuild the well, and it's pretty strong after playing Village Well. I thought for sure I was giving it away, and then getting to a stone house would have been a lot more difficult than rebuilding the well. And the well is only 1 point less than getting to stone house for me, so it was quite a bit better to rebuild the well. And I'm frankly amazed that Field Watchman did not go for it, considering he could have renovated and slapdash with Powder Keg. Unless he had no wood. I don't remember. Maybe he had no wood at the time. Anyways, this is a pretty solid Nur FG game. This is a game where I get the first family growth and I just win because of that. Because my actions feed themselves so well. All right, that's all for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I'm going to not stream tomorrow. I should stream on Saturday. And if I don't stream Saturday, I will definitely stream Sunday, but planning to stream Saturday. So look for me then. And I gotta run. Have a good day, guys.